Thanks a lot for your presence, Ms. AbuZayd. I welcome it very warmly, and I also thank you for stressing the need of a global approach and response. Like every effort, if we share it, it is a sustainable effort for everyone. But this is something that the European governments seem not to understand. I will be in New York for this important summit, which is an occasion to affirm the global approach and to show a political will, if there is any, to reaffirm, as you said, the principles of the 1951 Convention that we see violated every day in our European Union, for example. I was in Lampedusa in the last weeks, in Como, and too many people are not even put into the conditions to exercise their legitimate right to ask for international protection and are not welcomed in a humane and dignified manner in Europe. Then we need, of course, to put in place a framework to share responsibility in a much more equitable way, and I would like to know from you some more information on the part of the political declaration on this. You mentioned that 86% of refugees are hosted in developing countries. This shows how wrong is the narrative of an ongoing invasion in Europe, with 1,300,000 asylum requests last year, of which, let's remember, 6 member states on 28 face 80% of those requests alone. So these are not the solidarity and equal share of responsibility that stays in our treaty already. So we would be more credible in asking for a global effort if within the EU we could implement, for example, the decision on relocation and resettlements that were taken a year ago. You mentioned Canada, 25,000 resettlements in 4 months. In the European Union, in 1 year, less than 3,000 relocation and resettlements of those that were already decided by the member states. And last point, safe and legal ways. That's what we need if we want to avoid people ending up in the hands of criminal organizations. And I also share the views of some colleagues. We need more courage to address with a global approach, the long-term root causes, conflicts, inequalities and climate change. This has a lot to do with the new SDGs approved last year. We used to say, working on the SDG in the Development Committee, that if all 17 goals were reached, we wouldn't be even talking about forced migration anymore. So on this, I think we have to make sure we follow the implementation of the SDGs very closely, and this means also make sure that after the words, there is concrete commitment by the member states at the UN level. I think the UN has the responsibility to show this connection and ask for coherence. Thanks.
Thank you.